watching Music Talk Now, the Permian Basin's good news music talk show. We're your host. I'm Jennifer Mahan.
And I'm Gary Garner.
And today we're going to talk about music, music publishers, and hope. Something we all need. Stay right with us.
Welcome to Tomahawk Hair Genesis. We offer an outstanding selection of services to men and women. Whether it be a haircut, perms, or color and cut, we will help you look your best. We are conveniently located in West Odessa. We are open Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. or Saturday by special appointment. Tomahawk Hair Genesis, 11368 West 20th Street in Odessa. Give us a call at 432-352-1812. That's 432-352-1812. Let Tamara help you look your best. Would you like to be a part of our group here at the WTMA? Well, we're looking for energetic people with a few hours per month to help build our organization. We are a fun, upbeat group that strives to help our local community and have a positive impact on musicians, performers, and singers. If you would like more information, you can get in touch with us at WTMA at WTMAassociation.org or by calling Bruce Beard at 432-238-5087. Come join us.
BMI and Pandora are duking it out in a Manhattan courtroom over fair market value for songwriters, composers, and publishers. BMI has issued this statement about the trial, which is expected to last for 3 weeks. Pandora dominates the digital music industry and is one of the largest users of BMI's music, yet it seeks to pay the same rate it paid almost 10 years ago when it was an unknown internet startup. The foundation of Pandora's business was built with the words and music of songwriters, and we are fighting on their behalf to secure rates that will reflect the true value of their work in today's digital marketplace.
All right.
Now, Pandora argues that its service is just another form of radio, so they want to reduce the rate of revenue that they currently pay to BMI, which is at 1.75% to 1.7%, the same rate that terrestrial radio stations pay. So we'll see how that works out.
Well, yeah,
last year that kind of set a precedence, this very thing, where Taylor Swift removed her music from Spotify, I believe it was. And many others followed suit that way because they're just really...
Well, they ought to get fair market value.
That's absolutely right.
You betcha.
All right. Well, thank you to BMI for supporting songwriters in that cause. And congratulations to Luke Bryan as he makes country music history. His double platinum selling Crash My Party album delivers 6 #1 hits. According to All Access Music Group, he is the only country artist in the modern era to release an album containing 6 #1 singles on both the media-based country chart and Billboard's Hot Country Song chart. So yeehaw.
Yeehaw to him, you betcha.
That's amazing. Now, the Tuesday night Opry shows have returned. The Grand Ole Opry has launched its 2015 Tuesday night Opry performances. This Tuesday night's Opry will continue through, this Tuesday night and the rest of the Tuesday nights will continue through December 15th. Now, the Opry's longest Tuesday night it's run to date, so this is awesome. Now, the artist lineup for this Tuesday, February 24th, includes Opry members Bill Anderson, Charlie Daniels, Darius Rucker, Josh Turner, and of course, all of the Opry legends and friends that still entertain thousands on a weekly basis. I love the Grand Ole Opry.
I got to go there once, just loved it.
I got to sing on that stage.
Yeah, but you're my mentor.
Well, the Opry is a truly wonderful place, and I got to befriend a lot of those legends and make.
And I'm extremely jealous.
Well, I hope you are.
Yes.
It was a great opportunity. I'll never forget it. Also, the music industry veteran Joe Galante receives the Bob Kingsley Living Legend Award benefiting the Grand Ole Opry Trust Fund. And he's done so much for the music industry, and that is an award well deserved.
Yes.
On a more somber note, Leslie Gore, singer of It's My Party, died this past week at the age of 68. She will be missed, and many may cry if they want to. Great song and a great lady.
Yeah, she died of cancer.
Yes, she did. Well, we have seminars and workshops for you. Don't forget BMI's Popular Songwriters Workshop Series with Jason Bloom. That's held monthly in Nashville, Tennessee. The dates are February 24th, March 17th, April 14th, May 12th, all here in 2015 from 12:30 to 4:30 p.m. Now this is located at BMI's Nashville offices at 10 Music Square East in Nashville. Now this is for aspiring songwriters. No application is necessary, but registration is required, and it is free to all participants. Now, contest coming up, the American Songwriter Lyric Contest. The American Songwriter Amateur Lyric Contest takes place 6 times per year in conjunction with each issue of American Songwriter that's published. Now the fee is $15 per lyric, and the contest is open to entrants in all countries. The prize, the first place winner, receives a first class Gibson guitar and a Shure SM58 microphone. That is awesome. Now to enter the contest online, visit er.com/lyric-contest/enter.
All right.
Okay. Now counting down, last week's Billboard Hot 100 songs are 10. Shake It Off, Taylor Swift. Number 9, Love Me Like You Do by Ellie Goulding. She's making the top 10 for the first time this week. Number 8, I'm Not the Only One by Sam Smith. 7, Lips Are Moving by Meghan Trainor. Number 6, 4 5 Seconds. Now that's by Rihanna, Kanye West, and Paul McCartney. That one also is making the top 10 this week. Number 5 is Blank Space by Taylor Swift. Number 4, Sugar by Maroon 5. 3, Take Me to Church by Hozier. 2, Thinking Out Loud, Ed Sheeran. And number 1 is, again, Uptown Funk by Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars. Don't forget, you can view all of the Billboard charts at Billboard.com.
Right.
Looking for some fun? Go Diamonds. Diamond Lanes at 2208 East 8th Street. Family fun abounds, and ask about our league play. You've never bowled? Well, come on out and we'll show you how much fun you can have. Diamond Lanes, 2208 East 8th, or call us at 580-4386. That's Diamond Lanes.
Welcome to Tomahawk Hair Genesis. We offer an outstanding selection of services to men and women. Whether it be a haircut, perms, or color and cut, we will help you look your best. We are conveniently located in West Odessa. We are open Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. or Saturday by special appointment. Tomahawk Hair Genesis, 11368 West 20th Street in Odessa. Give us a call at 432-352-1812. That's 432-352-1812. Let Tamara help you look your best.
Texas music news. From Austin, the live music capital of the world, on March 1st at 3 p.m. at the Long Center for the Performing Arts, the Vienna Boys Choir will be performing there.
Oh, that'll be great.
And also on March 1st, Fleetwood Mac will be at the Frank Irwin Event Center. And then going to Dallas, which is just a little north of Austin, okay? At the House of Blues on March 14th, the Josh Abbott Band will be doing a St. Patrick's Day concert at the American Airlines Center.
That'll be fun.
That'll be fun, okay? And on March 4th, a concert by Fleetwood Mac. And while at the Granada Theater on March 6th, Jane McMurphy will be performing there, okay?
Jane McMurphy, okay.
And then going up north of us to Texas Tech at the Hemi Theater on March 10th, VMC Guest Artist Concert. While on March 12th, the Symphonic Wind Ensemble Concert, which is, I think, is fantastic. I love those wind instruments. I just like to hear them sound, you know, the way
it's unique.
They are very unique, okay? But, you know, now before we leave the Texas scene, got a question for you. What's the oldest town in Texas?
Oldest town in Texas.
Right. You know where it is.
Judge Roy Bean.
Nacogdoches, okay? It's located in East Texas in the Big Piney section. And now what's so great about this little known fact? Nacogdoches will kick off the music festival season with the Big Nac from March 5th through March 8th, and will play host to more than 40 bands featuring Joe Ely, Chris Watson, Sour Bridges, and Shelley King, just to name a few.
Some special sauce and all of that.
You're right. So if you're close to that area, check it out for an exciting time. Meanwhile, in Concan, Texas, and that's about 80 miles west of San Antonio,
Okay.
on the Frio River,
Ah,
from March 17th through the 21st, the Rio Frio Fest will be held, featuring Roger Krager, Cody Johnson, just to name a few of the artists that'll be there. So enjoy the music. If you get a chance, go by there, okay?
good times and inner tubes.
Yeah, that's it. Now, the top 10 Billboard, from Billboard.com, top 10 country.
All right.
Number 10, Mean to Me by Brett Etheridge. Number 9, Drinking Class by Lee Bryce. Number 8, Just Getting Started by Jason Aldean. Yes. Number 7, I Loved Her First by Heartland. Number 6, Talladega, Eric Church. Number 5, Lonely Tonight by Blake Shelton featuring Ashley Monroe.
The girl that won The Voice.
I think, yes, And number 4, Make Me Wanna by Thomas Rhett. Number 3, Sundays by Florida Georgia Line. Number 2, I See You by Luke Bryan. Number 1, Take Your Time by Sam Hunt. Local music news. At the Ector Theater, February 28th at 8 p.m., a tribute to the Eagles by Already Gone.
Woohoo.
That ought to be pretty good. Going out to the Wagner Noel Performing Arts Center on March the 14th, Country Gold Tour. March 24th and 25th, Chicago, the musical.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
Yes.
And now the top 10 gospel songs according to Billboard.com. Number 10, No Greater Love by Smokey Norfolk. Number 9, God My God by Vashawn Mitchell. Number 8, War, Charles Jenkins and Fellowship Chicago. Number 7, Say Yes, Michelle Williams featuring Beyonce and Kelly Rowland. Number 6, I Will Trust, Fred and Brianne Hammond. Number 5, I Am by Jason Nelson. Number 4, Every Praise by Hezekiah Walker. Number 3, Fill Me Up by Casey J. Number 2, Amazing by Ricky Dillard and New G. And number 1, For Your Glory by Tasha Cobbs. And that's the top 10 country and top 10 gospel songs. And stay with us. We'll be right back.
Looking for some fun? Go Diamonds. Diamond Lanes at 2208 East 8th Street. Family fun abounds, and ask about our league play. You've never bowled? Well, come on out and we'll show you how much fun you can have. Diamond Lanes, 2208 East 8th, or call us at 580-4386. That's Diamond Lanes.
United Way is about impacting lives and producing life-changing results. 1 in every 3 people is impacted by the United Way. Thank you for your investing in our community by giving to the United Way of Odessa.
This is the part of the show where we banter. I ban.
And I ask questions because I don't have a clue to the answers yet. Okay? But I'm learning a little at a time. And we've got a couple of questions here. We're going to talk a little bit about publishing.
Yes.
And what does a music publisher do?
A music publisher has many different duties. They can be creative as well as administrative, okay? Basically what they do is they oversee the business of a song, okay? And this can include pitching your songs to artists. Okay, a good publisher always knows the trends. They know what's up. They know what's coming up. They know what commercials are going to be shot. They know what films are in the works.
Now you're talking about somebody just writes a song but doesn't actually sing it or do it, but they get it published. They take it to a publisher, and the publisher tries to find somebody that'll sing the song.
Well, they don't just take it to the publisher. It's a little more than that. Let's just stay with what a publisher does,
okay,
and then we'll kind of get to how you work that. But they pitch your songs to artists to record, okay? They pitch them to commercials, films, anything like this to try to get the songs that they have published, okay? Songwriters have written songs that they have publishing on, and they try to get them out there to do something big with them. That's the whole point,
Yeah.
to make money off of the songs.
That's what they're in business to do.
That's right. Now, they also take care of administrative things concerning songs, like helping to file the copyrights registrations, okay. On them. They can register the songs with the performing rights organizations such as BMI, ASCAP, and CSAC. There are others too. The Harry Fox Agency. That is an agency that you can get license through to be able to record songs. Okay, so there's all these different things administratively that a publisher can help do, that they do take care of. And that really frees up the songwriter to write songs.
Write songs, okay.
Because a songwriter needs to be creative. And if they're having to deal with the business end of this thing all the time, it can be a little difficult. So that's what a publisher does, okay?
Okay. Well, if I write a song, when would my song be considered published?
Your song is considered published when it is fixed, okay, recorded or printed in a tangible form that can be on a CD, an MP3, sheet music, etc., okay? And it is fixed to sell to the public, lease, rent, or lending, okay?
Okay.
So just because you write a song doesn't mean it's published, but once it is set in a tangible form and put on sale, presented out to the public, then it is considered published.
Okay, so that's different than being just copyrighted.
Yes.
As a songwriter, I could write a song
On a
and
napkin.
get it copyrighted, but it's not considered published until it's actually put out to the public to purchase it.
Right.
Okay.
Now, just because it is considered published does not mean that it is with a publishing company. Okay, there's a difference there. Let me explain something to you. You know how singers are always trying to get record deals, that big contract.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Well, songwriters are always trying to get publisher deals. Okay? That's as big for songwriters as it is for singers to get a record deal. So not everybody is offered publishing deals. They're really hard to come by, okay?
Okay.
And not everybody needs a publisher. If you're just starting out, you don't really have to worry about that at that point. But as you progress as a writer and you really get serious about the business, then pursuing that, trying to get a really good publisher that'll work your music would be good. But it is hard to
Okay.
come by, I'll be honest with you.
Well,
Good reputable ones are.
Well, that's what how do I know if a music publisher is legitimate?
Well, you know, there's sharks in every form of business,
Oh, yeah.
including the music business. And the best way is to just research. Before you engage in any type of business dealings with anybody, you need to know who they are, what they've done, their track record. You just simply need to research that. There's a lot of organizations that you can get resources from that can give you listings of good publishers and give you their track records. Some of those, let's see, are like the National Music Publishers Association,
Okay.
Association of Independent Music Publishers, Songwriters Association International, Songwriters Guild of America. These are all organizations that, like I said, you can get resources. They all have websites. You know, you can get on and just search them out. Research
Find
them.
out on your own before you dish out a bunch of money.
Right.
Okay.
Now, do want to let you know that a lot of the songwriters are their own publishers. If you don't get your work signed with a publishing company and that song's put out to sell, then the writer has the publishing on that song. Okay. So that's how that works.
That's after he gets it copyrighted and all that
Yeah.
business. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So he's not left out in the cold. All right.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, but then doesn't he have to do if you do that on your own, you're taking that responsibility on yourself in order to do all that administrative work too. So
Yes.
you would be better off to get an accredited publisher. Okay.
That's the goal.
All
That's
right.
really the
See, I'm learning. As every week, I'm learning a little bit more. And you know, one of the things, you'll notice that we've got some flower arrangements back
Yes.
here. That was brought to us by Cindy White.
She was our guest from last week.
Right, from the Borrowed Heart Designs.
Yes.
Did a beautiful job on the interview.
She did.
And we really appreciate the
that.
flower arrangements. Okay.
And a little bit later, we'll be able to see some of her artwork projected behind us.
That'll be
So
great.
that'll be exciting for you to see.
All right.
All right. Well, I hope you've learned something today, Gary.
I have for a fact.
That you've learned a little bit something too. And if you have any questions about music or anything else, feel free to email us at Gary@WTMAassociation.org or Jennifer@WTMAassociation.org. And so
Yeah. Be happy to
please
hear
put
from
that
you.
up. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes.
Your questions.
And we'll do our best to answer them.
All righty.
All right.
Welcome to Tomahawk Hair Genesis. We offer an outstanding selection of services to men and women. Whether it be a haircut, perms, or color and cut, we will help you look your best. We are conveniently located in West Odessa. We are open Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. or Saturday by special appointment. Tomahawk Hair Genesis, 11368 West 20th Street in Odessa. Give us a call at 432-352-1812. That's 432-352-1812. Let Tamara help you look your best.
Welcome to another thrilling and exciting episode of Songwriter's Corner. Today we're going to be talking about tools of songwriting. Let's talk first about lyrics and the tools that we need for writing lyrics. It's always suggested that you come up with a dictionary. I always buy the cheapest one I can find with large print. It looks like you're getting more for your money that way. Another thing that's good to have is a rhyming dictionary. There are two that I really like. Songwriter's Rhyming Dictionary by Jane Whitfield and Sammy Cahn's Rhyming Dictionary. Sammy Cahn was like one of the old school writers, and he wrote like Day by Day, My Kind of Town, High Hopes. He wrote Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow. And he was a great lyricist. So in his rhyming dictionary, you kind of begin to see how that he thought about words. You can kind of get into his mind a little bit. The advantage to this Jane Whitfield one, though, is that she uses sometimes phrases. She'll put like whole phrases in there instead of just like one word. And sometimes it stimulates your mind. That was suggested to me by Jimmy Webb, I think. Told a group of us about that little book one time, and that's how I found it. Another thing you can use is a thesaurus. I've never been able to use a thesaurus very well. I can hardly pronounce it. But I'm going to tell you something about songwriting dictionaries, rhyming dictionaries, and thesauruses. It's always best to remember to try to make the rhymes in your head first before you use a reference material. And the reason why is because the more you use the reference material, the lazier your mind gets. On the other hand, the more you can utilize a reference outside of the songwriting job itself, the bigger your dictionary becomes in your head. So it's a trade-off. But just bear in mind that that if you always can just go right to it, that sometimes it takes your song off the direction that you want to go. But like I say, more importantly, it can make you lazy. And a songwriter can't afford to be mentally lazy or lax because it's going to take away from what you do. It's going to make your writing dishonest, and it'll make your writing insincere. And you can't do that. It has to all come from the heart. The words you can find amazingly in there sometimes will fit very well. But if you can't find a word that fits very well, just don't use the words there because they're there. Make yourself work and don't be lazy. Okay, for reference materials, there's one that I like because it uses, it's very short and concise, uses some really good songwriters in there that talk about what they do and how they do it. Sometimes they have like taped interviews, with people like Sting or people like that. Sammy Cohen and guys like that. So, and it's called All About Songwriting. It's on the internet. It's free. And it just gives you little glimpses of how they write and what they think about when they're writing, because different writers write from different viewpoints. And at different times as a songwriter, you'll write from different places. Sometimes you'll write from the melody. Sometimes you'll write from emotion, like from past emotion or something. Sometimes we write just from chordally, or just because we have like this poem going in our head that we're working on. So, and these guys talk about that. They talk about how they write and how they construct things. It's very interesting to hear how they do it, and it's very helpful, and it's inspiring. And sometimes the biggest thing, the hardest thing to get for a songwriter is a little bit of inspiration. One of my favorite books on the subject of songwriting is called Tunesmith by Jimmy Webb. You can get this book from Amazon. You can order it from Barnes and Nobles. It's usually about $15, and it's $15 well spent. It's for the more advanced songwriter, but anyone can learn from it. And Jimmy Webb is a very clever man, wrote some wonderful, great songs. He wrote Galveston and Wichita Lineman, MacArthur Park. He's a very talented songwriter. He lives in New York now. He's from out here where we live, but he lives in New York and writes for plays and Broadway and stuff. Great guy. Tunesmith by Jimmy Webb. You'll like it. Another one I really like to use is called How to Write Poems. You can find it in any bookstore, Hastings, Barnes and Nobles. You can get it on the internet. The problem that we seem to have developed is that the education system doesn't foster poetry and learning to write poetry and good literature and things anymore. And as a result of that, it kind of stymies our ability, or young people's ability, not old people like me, but young people's ability to think poetically about the world, because they aren't given the tools in school. But this little book will really help you, and it'll explain, the different facets of poetry. Songwriting and poetry aren't the same thing. They're very different things, but they're very similar in a way. And so the tools that a poet would use are the tools that a songwriter will use. Another tool that I really like is a digital recorder. Now I have an iPhone that I write on, I jot down ideas from time to time when I'm in a hurry, and I don't have time to sit down and write. But the problem with my iPhone is that I pretty soon load up so many recordings on it, I don't know where I am or what they were. And if I write them in the notes section, I always have to talk them in, because I get impatient typing. And it doesn't say what I say. It says stupid stuff, but at least you can correct it. But in the process of trying to correct what it said, I always forget the next line that I was going to put down, which brings me to this. I write in a binder. Just like this is the book that I write in. I have several that I write in, but this week I'm writing in this one. It's hard to keep track of which one and you can ask Bruce, my co-writer. I have all these books out, and I'm trying to go through them all and find the song that I'm working on or that we want to talk about. And it's kind of aggravating, but it's what I do. It's the disorganization that my mind needs. The other thing you can use is a yellow legal pad. I suggest yellow because I like the color of them, and you can get them great big. But I think you can also get the white ones like that. I just don't like the white ones. And I really don't like writing on a legal pad. It's just my preference. You can write on whatever you want. I have some writing over here on a yellow legal pad. You see there? I've got one. I don't use it. But what I do is when I start writing, I just write idea after idea after idea. And as they come, if they rhyme, I write them. If they don't, I write them. Every thought that I have, I write. And then I go back and I start taking the stuff out. I never throw my notes away. If you throw your notes away, you're throwing away all of your intellect. You may need that note. You own it. You wrote it. You'll need it someday. So don't throw it away. Keep it. Keep it in a book. Keep it on a scrap of paper. Keep 1,000 of these laying around. That's what I do. You know, I can't even find my desk for them, but that's okay. I might need them someday. But what I do is I just start scribbling, and I just write and I write and I write, just like that. There you are, writing everywhere. That's what I do. And then I go back and I edit out what I want. You know, somewhere in there, there's going to be some ideas that I can use, and that's how you do it. The other thing you can do, which is actually a pretty cool thing, is one of those great big boards. You know, like I don't like the chalk boards because they get chalk everywhere and get all over you nasty. I like the big white boards like they use in school now. I don't know what they call them, but you can get the different color ink marker things and write with them, you know, for different ideas and stuff. And that's the way that my partner Bruce and I write. We write on a board together. So that's how we do that. You know, and those are tools that you can use. The other thing I like is I don't write with a pen usually. I write with a pencil. I don't own a Nook. I don't own a Kindle or an e-reader or any of those things because I like the feel of a book. I like the feel of paper. I like the way that a pencil, a regular number 2 pencil, one of them old yellow ones with the eraser on it, I like the way it feels. And what I find is most writers are like that. They like the feel of a book in their hand. They like the smell of a book. They like the feel of a pencil dragging on paper because it's reality. It's real. It's not like you can type it up, you know, and there it is, you know, it's quicker and easier. But it's dehumanizing, you know, almost to use all this electric stuff because what we write from isn't from electricity. It's from our heart, and that's the way we have to work. Okay, so that's what I use. I use pencils. The thing I would suggest to you is a pencil sharpener. Very important tool because as the pencil gets dull, it gets more difficult to work. You know, it's not as much fun. And it's fun to sharpen a pencil, you know, and it gives you a little bit of time. My pencil sharpener goes like this. Larry Beard's pencil sharpener goes like this. I like his better. I just can't find one. And he just sticks it in there. The other thing you can get is a great big eraser. You're going to need one of those, you know, like one of them big gum erasers. Get one of those things. They're real cheap and they're real useful because the one on your pencil will wear out pretty fast. When I write with a pen, I write with a big pen because I learned to write with a big pen and it feels homey to me and it makes me comfortable and it relaxes my mind. You know, when I have a real sharp pen that cuts the paper, it wears my mind and I have to think about that instead of thinking about music. Okay? Now let's talk about music. What do we need for music? The most important tool a musician can have is a metronome. Get a metronome. Whenever you start working your tune, use the metronome. Very important because when you go in to record it, they're going to put you on a click track and you're going to have to work in time. And time will help you put the words where you need them, where they're most effective. But without that, your mind's just running loose all the time. A scale book is a great thing to have because everything is based around scales in music. And being a songwriter isn't just writing lyrics. You have to write music as well. So you have to learn that. A chord dictionary because you'll make up chords and that sounds really great. What is that? You know, and if you know your scales and you know your piano keyboard, you know your guitar neck, then you can figure out what chord you're making, where the notes are, and you can look in a chord dictionary and find out what you've written. That happens a lot, believe it or not. And something to write on, a piano. I like a piano to write on. I usually work on a guitar, but I like a piano because you can see what you're doing and you can pick the little song out and it's easier to actually come up with the tune, you know, on a piano. But the main tools that you'll need as a songwriter is time to work, time to write, time to think. You need to set a time aside and you need to work that time all the time. Every day you need 15, 20 minutes at least. An hour is better. Get an hour, just sit down and write. Dedicate yourself to what you do. Discipline yourself. Make a commitment to sit down and write. It's the only way that you'll ever get better as a songwriter, is just to write, write, write. Okay, and then make an investment in your songwriting. Learn the piano. Learn the guitar. Take voice lessons. Take theory lessons. Get you some books on theory. Try to understand what you're doing. It's very, very important. All those things are important. So here's some tools that we can use. These are tools that if you'll use them and if you'll set time aside and write every day, you'll be amazed at how much better you get. So that's what we have tonight. These are just the tools that you can work with. Next time we're going to start actually working with these tools, and learning to put songs together and how to write hooks and things like that. But here's what I'm going to tell you in closing, and I'll tell you this every time. Practice, 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 and then edit, 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 and that'll make you a songwriter. So until next time, good evening from Songwriter's Corner.
Would you like to be a part of our group here at the WTMA? Well, we're looking for energetic people with a few hours per month to help build our organization. We are a fun, upbeat group that strives to help our local community and have a positive impact on musicians, performers, and singers. If you would like more information, you can get in touch with us at WTMA at WTMAassociation.org or by calling Bruce Beard at 432-238-5087. Come join us.
And welcome back. We have a special guest with us, Monica Schauner with Hope House. She's going to tell us all about it.
Well, Monica, you're the new executive director.
Yes, that's correct.
And you've been with Hope House since December?
Correct.
Okay, well, what a new adventure for you.
Yes, it is.
We love the Hope House and what it stands for. The Bible tells us of three great forces that we're to abide in, and that is faith, hope, and love. Of course, love being the greatest.
Yes.
But without those three, I don't know how anybody functions.
Right.
I really don't.
That's exactly right.
And so we really appreciate everything that the Hope House does. So can you tell us exactly what the Hope House is?
Yes, Hope House is free lodging for cancer patients that are undergoing chemo treatment or radiation. The West Texas Cancer Center identifies patients that are in need of financial assistance and could use a place to stay during their treatment, which can be anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks long.
Right.
And so it's just a really neat gift and to them from the community to be able to offer such a nice facility.
Well, it is a gift, because that's really hard financially.
Yes.
When people are coming in and traveling. I mean, my goodness, the cost of motels these days are just extreme.
Exactly.
And a lot of families just cannot do that.
That's right.
About how many patients do you house there?
We have 4 rooms, and so each room has a double bed and a single bed, and that is for the patient and a caregiver. Okay. So we can house 4 patients at a time, and then each patient can bring a caregiver for them too.
Is this basically for people that are from out of town, or the local people can get involved in it too? Just depends on their need?
Yes, sir. And mostly, since most people that are from Odessa have a home, we do lodge the people that are in our surrounding communities. But as far as locally, we give lunches 5 days a week. There while they're receiving treatment, so Monday through Friday.
I've had a few of them.
Have you? Well, good. They're offered lunch every day, and that's provided by our organization. Yeah. We also help with transportation. A lot of our patients may not have a vehicle, so they may have to ride on the Easy Rider bus, and so we give them passes for that or gas cards. Right. So we really we've helped with medication. We've helped with dental expenses and medical equipment. So, a wheelchair if they're in need of that. We try to find any way that we can make their life better, or in any way just, help them and give them one less thing to worry about besides the very obvious, which is having to deal with that struggle.
Yeah, that's why that statue's out in front.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
That's what it's all about.
That's correct.
It's the Angel of Hope.
That's right, the Angel of Hope.
In fact, we here at the WTMA, there's a song that was written about that in a video, and it's just wonderful.
Yes.
What you have going on there. And Gary knows all about this, being a cancer survivor himself.
Yes. Yes,
so-
and I too am a cancer survivor.
you?
So I am, and I just really believe that, I mean, we all have different walks of life, but the one thing we all have in common is that we will have struggles in our life.
That's
And
guaranteed.
That's right. That's a guarantee.
It
We
is.
have that in common. And so God uses those to help us learn about ourselves and what He wants for us, to humble us, and then He uses those for us to help others that might be going through the same thing. And
Right.
that's why I really believe that God led me to this position, is so that He used my struggle so that I could help and encourage others and give them hope, and nothing's gone to waste. And
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Because I'll guarantee you, I don't care what your status in life is. When that doctor looks at you and says, you've got cancer, I mean, it takes the wind out of your sails in a
Yes, sir,
hurry.
it does. It really
But
does.
we've got some fantastic doctors and some fantastic places to get treatment right here locally.
Yes, we do.
And hope.
Yes.
Now
and
that
hope.
this is the time when you start to ask God, okay, what does this mean for me? And what do you want to be for me in this time that you've never been for me before?
Right.
And that's where our hope is really grounded.
That's right.
And so you have a benefit coming up. Tell us about that.
It's called The Great Gatsby. It's going to be on March the 20th. It's at the Hacienda on 191.
Okay.
It's a dance. We have the Jumping Giants playing. That's a band that's just great, lots of fun. Play
Okay.
a large variety of music. We have an auction. There's dinner. We have several local restaurants that are providing the meal.
Okay.
La Margarita, Dos Compadres, Big
Yes.
Daddy's. There's just several. Barn Door, Zucchi's, Jack
All
Jordan's.
fabulous restaurants
Yes,
here. So
yes. So,
definitely want to take
mhm.
part of that.
A silent auction, and it's just a lot of fun. It starts at 7 o'clock, and it
When?
goes March the 20th.
March the
March.
20th.
Yes, sir.
Put that
Okay.
on your calendar.
Yes, please.
Monica, we certainly appreciate you being here today and,
Thank you.
and letting everybody know what Hope House is and what they do. And if they need to get in touch with you, I'm sure that you need volunteers. You can always
Yes.
use supplies, money. They can get in touch with you, find out what you're needing. How can they do that?
Okay, our office number is 432-614-9284. So, and
Okay.
we're located at 700 West First Street.
And that's right where Golder winds up going into 2nd Street.
All right. Well, again, Monica, thank you. And you guys stay with us. We'll be right back with some more special guests.
United Way is about impacting lives and producing life-changing results. 1 in every 3 people is impacted by the United Way. Thank you for your investing in our community by giving to the United Way of Odessa.
Welcome to Tomahawk Hair Genesis. We offer an outstanding selection of services to men and women. Whether it be a haircut, perms, or color and cut, we will help you look your best. We are conveniently located in West Odessa. We are open Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. or Saturday by special appointment. Tomahawk Hair Genesis, 11368 West 20th Street in Odessa. Give us a call at 432-352-1812. That's 432-352-1812. Let Tamara help you look your best.
Welcome back to Music Talk Now. It's time to talk music. This is my favorite part of the show, where we have special guests that are musicians and vocalists, and we have a brother-sister duo with us today. So glad to have you guys, Bill Tidwell and his sister Betty Cheney. Thank you for being here. You guys came from a musical family. Tell us about how it was growing up.
Well, you want me to tell them? We grew up very poor and on a farm, and we didn't have anything, but somehow or another my daddy managed to get some kind of an instrument to teach us kids, and that's kind of where we had our fun, and grew up with that.
Right.
And not having any money to do anything else, we were just very, at home every night and every weekend, and but we all learned to love music.
Right.
Did you used to have to do the dishes and sing while you're doing it?
Yeah.
That's the way my sister and I used to
Yeah.
do it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And of course, couldn't carry a tune in the bucket, but we had a lot of fun with it, okay?
Well, my daddy told me at a young age, said, I was called Junior then. I wasn't a junior, but that's what Dad called me. And he said, son, you can sing. And so I kind of took him at his word, and from there on.
Wow, that's awesome.
So
So do you play an instrument?
I play guitar.
Okay, and what about you, Betty?
No,
You just
And,
sing.
Just sing.
Little mandolin, you know, just stuff that we would switch back and forth when we was at home, you know.
Now, who taught you how to sing, Betty?
My sister.
Your sister.
Yes, she played the guitar.
Okay.
And she taught me how to sing
And
also.
yes.
And something that you told me, which I thought was just outstanding, was that you learned harmony at the age of 2.
Yes.
That is awesome. And I was telling you, there's something about family harmony that you just cannot beat it.
That's
Just
true.
having
That is
I
true.
think it's the genetics of the
I know it is,
tonality
yes.
Right.
and the vibration. It's just
Right.
so tight. So
Yeah.
would have loved to have been in your kitchen hearing that wonderful music. Well, now today you are going to perform a song for us that you wrote, Bill.
Yes, about 60 years ago.
Really?
A little over 60 years ago, yes. I was in country music for about a year. I thought
Okay.
I was going to get rich in the country music world and found out I couldn't.
That makes 2 of us.
But I did remember that song that was
Mm-hmm.
started right, and with Bruce's help, we finished it, and I recorded it in Nashville.
And you're talking about Bruce Beard, our producer.
Yeah,
and-
Bruce, yes,
Okay.
yes.
And so the West Texas Music Group actually
Yes.
went to Nashville last year.
Yes, got us
And,
a trip to Nashville and got me an audition with a big studio there,
Uh-huh.
and I was fortunate enough to record it.
Now, from
And-
what I hear by people that were there, that was the star song of the whole event, all of the recordings. From what I understand, the people just really, really liked your song.
Well,
It's okay to brag.
thank
Well, we are very excited to hear that. And what's the name of your song?
That's when I knew I cared.
That's when I
It
knew
was
I
about
cared.
a guy that he had this dream, and then his girlfriend, she had the same dream he had,
Mm-hmm.
and they shared it in the song.
Well, I think it's just so precious that your sister gets to do this with you. And
So do I.
Yes.
I think there
Very
were a lot of
blessed.
years that went by that you two, everyone kind of drifted apart.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then you were able to get back together and get
Yes.
that family flow going again.
And was able
Yes.
to do this song in our 80s.
Yes, that's
That's
awesome.
fantastic.
I love it.
Fantastic.
Okay, well, stay tuned because when we come back, we are going to hear you guys do this song. And thank you for being with us and
Thank
for
you.
sharing your
Thank
music
you.
with us here on Music Talk Now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're so welcome.
Looking for some fun? Go Diamonds. Diamond Lanes at 2208 East 8th Street. Family fun abounds, and ask about our league play. You've never bowled? Well, come on out and we'll show you how much fun you can have. Diamond Lanes, 2208 East 8th, or call us at 580-4386. That's Diamond Lanes.
Last night I dreamed of you, of things we used to do, happy moments together we once knew. A vision of your smile seemed to make life so worthwhile. Then I awoke. That's when I knew I cared. I awoke to find it just a dream. Loving you is so hopeless, it seems. And in my dream, I heard you say that we could find a way. Then I awoke. That's when I knew I cared.
together we once knew. A vision of your smile seemed to make life so worthwhile. When I alone, that's when I knew I cared. I alone, I'm just a dream. Loving you is so hopeless, it seems. And in my dream, I heard you say we could find a way. When I alone, that's when I knew I cared.
I awoke to find it's just a dream. Loving you, it's so hopeless, it seems. And in my dream, I heard you say that we could find a way. Then I awoke, that's when I knew I cared. Then I awoke when I really knew I cared. Oh yes, I did.
Would you like to be a part of our group here at the WTMA? Well, we're looking for energetic people with a few hours per month to help build our organization. We are a fun, upbeat group that strives to help our local community and have a positive impact on musicians, performers, and singers. If you would like more information, you can get in touch with us at WTMA at WTMAassociation.org or by calling Bruce Beard at 432-238-5087. Come join us.
I've had fun, Gary.
I've had a great time.
Me too.
And I'd like to say thanks to our guests, our
Yes.
special guests from the Hope House, Monica, Shauna.
Shawner.
Shawner,
actually, yes.
okay, Shawner.
What a neat lady.
Oh, yes. And
Gosh, you know, the Bible says that hope deferred makes the heart sick. And so without hope, you know, what chance do we have?
and you know that the amount of faith that people have put in our community through the Hope House,
Yes.
knowing that they're going to be treated well, it's just fantastic.
Yes.
Okay, what a blessing
True
it's been.
angels of hope. And our brother-sister duo today, that
Yes.
was so much fun, so
Bill,
precious.
Bill Tidwell and Betty Cheney
Yes.
did a great job. Enjoyed having them with us.
That's what I love about this show. I mean, you can be any age and love music and get out there and do it and perform. And
That's it.
so much fun. And of course, you know, our new segment, Songwriter's Corner with Dean Teagarden. Thank you for your pointers on that.
Yes.
Okay. Guys, remember to be confident, be courageous, and never forget that all things are possible to those who believe with God.
And as Hans Christian Andersen said, where words fail, music speaks. And if you lack love, you lack life.
Till the next time.
See you later.